Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of The First Cut and The Reboot. I'm The First Cut.
And I'm the Reboot.
And today we're going to be talking about our journeys on the bachelor's program at Georgia Highlands College for Digital Media and Communications. We're both on the same pathway, but it's for very different reasons.
Extremely different.
Very much so. So, what made you choose this pathway?
Well, the reason I chose the pathway is that I've been playing with video cameras for about 25 years. And I already teach a film production class for the past 5 years. So it seemed like a natural progression. Instead of trying to learn something completely new, I kind of had a background in this. And the real reason is because I need money and I need a pay bump at work. So that is primarily the motivation for me to go back. What about you? What made you go digital media?
So I got an associate's in film production because post-production and video editing is my, specialty / most engaging passion.
Okay.
So this bachelor's program was announced while I was already a student in the associate's degree for film production. So it was just a natural pathway for me to go into this following my associates. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how they keep you paying tuition. Oh, you think you're done after 2 years? I got 2 more years for you. You can get a bachelor's now.
Yeah, and when I finish this bachelor's, suddenly there's probably going to be a master's or something.
Yeah, right. Ooh, that'd be better. I mean, I know University of West Georgia has a master's program, and KSU has a master's program in this. Well, master's is definitely on my list for later on, down the road, because it's a much bigger pay bump.
The more money, the better.
Yeah, because as a teacher, you max out, right? You get paid on how many years you're in the district and what your education is. And for Floyd County Schools, once you're there for 25 years, you're done. You can't make any more money unless there's a overarching raise for everybody. So once you hit 25 years, the only way you can make more money is by getting more degrees. So I have a special situation happening because I have so many years in the field. I'm already higher up on that pay scale than a normal person would be. So I'm running out of time. I'm going to hit that 25-year mark a lot sooner than I normally should. So that's why I'm starting to go get these degrees, because that's the only way I'm going to get more money over the next 10 years.
You're in a rush against time to get this pay increase.
The quicker I get it, the more money I can make for longer is how it works out.
Nice.
But anyway, so when you started the bachelor's program, like, you knew that now there's going to be these higher level courses, right? There's these 3,000 courses, these 4,000 level courses. What were you nervous about?
So for me, the film and editing classes have always been the easiest. So going through college, it was always those core classes, the math, the English, the history. Those were the hardest. For the most part, I've never had much difficulty with the particular classes in my field of interest. So I wasn't extremely worried about that. And going through this first semester, I'm definitely seeing it's the non-film related stuff that is the most difficult. Because right now, I'm doing a research class, persuasion class, which is not specifically like media creation focused. It's more like research, find these sources, find all these citations, create these research papers. And it's fun, but it's definitely not specifically in my favorite area. And that's definitely not more difficult, but just more like time consuming for me. Like, okay, we got to do this. Whereas for the digital storytelling class that I'm in, it's like, this is fun. Like, I'm just having a blast doing this. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm in that persuasion class as well, I think. And it's all that research. It's like, come on, man, come on. I want to create something. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to theorize or learn theories. I just want to create. That's kind of what I like to do.
I wouldn't say it's incredibly difficult. It's just not my passion and my field of interest. So it feels more like work, whereas doing like digital storytelling and editing, even though it's going to be my work, it doesn't really feel like work because it's so much fun for me.
Oh yeah, and that's huge with education. Like the CTAE path was like my class here, or construction classes. Kids are so much more engaged when they're doing something they want to be doing or they're passionate about. That's why it's so hard to engage students in classes like math or English or history, because they just don't care. And that's a huge issue for teachers, to get students engaged in stuff that they just don't care about. But when you get to college, once you get your cores out of the way, you get to do those classes that are really, really fun for you.
Yeah, the last couple semesters of my associates were my favorite for the associates because I had all the core classes out of the way, and it was just doing everything that I enjoyed the most. So eventually, hopefully, the bachelor's is going to be like that as well, where I get kind of all the basics done, and then I'm going to be specifically with editing, maybe advertising, and so that's something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm sure you definitely will. Once you hit those higher level classes, it's all digital media after that, and that's going to be great. That's going to be great for you.
It's exciting.
Good.
We've been in, you said the persuasion class as well.
Correct.
We're in persuasion and the digital storytelling. So, having met each other as fellow students, how has that kind of come across to you, me to you, and then same from you to me? Like, how does it feel?
It's definitely weird.
Because someone like you, having been in the school system, like as a teacher for all these years, not going back to school, whereas for me, this is just my beginning journey. So it's interesting to see like these two different perspectives: the start of a journey and kind of this restart of a journey. Like you said, you're a reboot.
I'm a reboot.
And I'm a first cut.
I'm rebooting is what I'm doing. How old are you?
I'm 22.
So you were born in 2000 what? 3?
03.
2003. I graduated high school in 2002.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
interesting to say.
Yeah. So when I first tried college, I was a freshman when you were born. That's fantastic. All right. Thanks for joining us. I feel
Yeah.
great.
Where do we go from there?
I know. But it is really cool seeing you literally have different generations in the same class. People in their 20s, 30s, 40s. I think there's somebody in their 50s as well. And all these different walks of life, like I kind of said earlier. And it's kind of interesting. You learn from each other. All these different ways of doing things, right? I learn from my students every day. Half the time I don't understand what they're saying because of the Gen Z slang, but I learn things. And I hope they learn things from me as well. But you know how to stay on a deadline and how not to procrastinate as much and get off your phones. But yeah, it's a cool experience.
It's interesting to see these different pathways having these similarities in the degree because we have all these different walks of life. And so these specific details are so vastly different amongst us all. But this degree and these specific like skill sets and classes for the degree are all the same. So it's interesting to see these people of like different backgrounds having to collide and find these areas where they mix and match very well. So I think that's very cool to see these different people finding common ground. So you say that you've come back to school to get that pay bump,
Yeah.
to make more money. So what was the moment where you were like, fine, I'm going to go back to school because of this like benefit I'm going to get? What made you decide to actually initiate starting this bachelor's program?
Well, I have twins. I have twin girls who are 5 years old, and twins are expensive. Kids are expensive. When you have two, it's twice as expensive. And I started looking at that pay scale, and it was just, all right, I ain't going to make more money until I start getting more degrees. And part of me always wanted to go back a little bit because I never got that bachelor's. And I also kind of want to show my kids, like when they're obviously they don't understand it now. But in 10 years, 15, 20 years, hopefully it'll show them that it's never too late to go and do
What did
something.
you graduate with when you first like finished college?
Oh, I didn't. I dropped.
Okay.
I did it. I did a few years. I hated it. And I left and I went home and I went to work. I went to work filming, really, working weddings and bar mitzvahs and stuff like that, which is why I've been doing that since I was 14. Back in 1998, I started.
Cool.
But enough about me. More about, so you say in that post-production is your passion. How'd you get into post-production? Like why that specifically?
So prior to college, growing up, I think like a bunch of people who are getting into digital media, I love creating silly videos like on iPhone. So with iMovie, me and my friends, we'd make a bunch of funny skits and sketches. And so like a big part of my childhood is documented through a bunch of crazy videos that we made. And of course, if you watch them now, they're kind of cringe. They're kind of, you kind of don't want to watch them.
Stuff like that doesn't age well.
No, it doesn't. But it's really cool to kind of see the growth and like the steady like development of my passion for like telling stories through editing. Because I've found that I also love camera work and like cinematography, but my favorite way to tell stories is once it's been shot, taking the existing clips and crafting a narrative with those clips. And so that's kind of over the years, through like my high school years, that really kind of formulated and developed. And I knew this is something that I love and I could probably see myself having a career in. And so when I started in college, I kind of had a specific idea of working like in movies, like the film industry. And now, having been through college, gotten the associate's degree, having done an internship at a studio in Atlanta, I'm realizing that I'm not just going to limit myself to movies. I think advertising, business, commercials, all of that can involve like narrative, editing, storytelling. Like you watch commercials and advertisements, so many times what makes a commercial hit and really like be memorable and click is it has a story. There's something about it that you remember, and it's like, oh, that's not just advertising a product. Like that is a mini movie in and of itself.
Exactly. And sometimes that's harder because you have to do it in 15 seconds or 30
Yeah,
seconds. You have to get
definitely.
an entire point across and tell an entire arc in 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it's very challenging, but I think it's a really fun challenge. So I don't feel like I'm limited to just having to get into the Hollywood industry, which feels a little like overwhelming and kind of daunting. But realizing that I can pursue this passion locally here in Rome or just anywhere with commercials. So going through college, I realized that there is so much potential and opportunity for me because I'm pursuing this particular field and pathway. Okay, so you were a student previously, a long time ago. Now you're a student.
Why'd you say long like that? Did you have to say it like that?
The word is long, so I just pronounced it like it's written long. So you were once a student, and now you're a student once again. Having been a student compared to now, what are some differences, ups, positives, or negatives? How does it feel being a student again compared to what it used to be like?
Well, now it's like, again, everything we're talking about this is like a full circle kind of moment. Like we're talking, because now I'm doing all the digital media classes. So these are like the fun classes that I liked. But when I first started at GHC 2 or 3 years ago, you have any idea how stressful it was to take math? And
So these things you've not used in like years.
no, I don't know how to do math. I mean, basic math, but I'm learning algebra. I have to take college algebra again. I had to take, my first class was the anatomy of a plant kind of class, like a biology class. I haven't taken a biology class in 20 years. I don't know what a stamen was back. I had to relearn an entire subject in like 3 weeks. And that was incredibly stressful.
So it's been nice to talk with you about this because I feel like we have very different walks of life and very different backgrounds and pathways, but we're each going towards the same goal of getting this degree for the Bachelor's of Digital Media and Communication. So I think it's really cool how you've told like a very different story to mine very different to you, but there is enough overlap to where they are going towards that same end goal. So I think it's really cool how this is just kind of an example of people from anywhere being able to pursue this same type of interest, even though their, I guess, desires and need for that interest is very different. Because you're pursuing it for the money reasons, and I'm pursuing it to like grow in knowledge and hopefully develop a career in it. Like this is my beginning. This is your re-beginning.
Thank you for not saying end, by the way. I was like, this is my end. Thank you.
This is my beginning, and this is his farewell.
Oh, gosh. Yes, this is my farewell reboot tour. Thank you. But no, you are absolutely right. It's really cool to see this. Two different, we converge, and then that brings us here doing a podcast, right, for this online class. And it's...
And because of that, that's why this episode is happening.
Yeah.
Our paths are merging at this point.
It's really cool. It really is. So I think that's going to be enough for us on this little podcast.
Thank you for
Right?
having me. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, this has been fun. I enjoyed this. All right, so take it easy.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.